Hi and welcome to David Tom Creation's channel. This week I am going to have a look at all the instruments that came with Komplete 13 that I bought in the Native Instruments sale. So I thought I'd kind of give you a quick run through of what you get or what it looks like, what each instrument looks like, rather than just kind of going through the list. So what I've done is I've actually created track stacks in Logic and grouped a lot of them together. So there are 46 instruments, so I'm not going to go through them all today, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do separate videos for the main kind of, well, the main ones and the best ones. So I'm going to do one for the so acoustic pianos. So you've got 6 acoustic pianos. I'll just bring them up so you can see them. So that is Noir, which is a 9-foot Yamaha grand piano owned by some German guy, and it was recorded in this special kind of studio. So that is quite cool. There's the Gentleman, which is an upright. There's the Giant, which is a weird, massive, and it has loads of kind of different. Let's have a look at some of the. Hang on. It has a lot of non kind of piano type sounds. So that one's kind of completely different from the kind of normal ones. And then there's Grandeur, which is another grand, which is quite nice as well. It's just quite kind of, if you want just a standard grand piano sound. And then there is the Maverick, which is a kind of different style. It's kind of like a kind of mini grand, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's quite cool as well. And then there's Unicorder, which is this special one-off piano, which has one hammer per string, which is apparently what Unicorder means, which I didn't realise at first, but it should have been obvious. So yeah, so that is. And that has a lot of kind of different sounds, as you can see. If I just go back up to the top, you've got a whole lot of kind of cotton ones, you've got felt dampened ones, you've got pure ones, and then you've got a lot. So yeah, if we go to felt deep, and then you can see panning sphere is very nice. So that is your 6 acoustics. The Discovery series, there's 4. I think they've just released a new one actually. I saw this week, East Asia, I think it is. So you get 4. So you get Cuba. Hang on, where you go? Yeah. There we go. So you get Cuba, which is obviously Latin American, and there's a whole lot of different instruments. So you get, so you can play in single notes or which is quite cool. And the kind of the Discovery series kind of work the same. You kind of, they have like little rhythms, and you can play single. It depends on which. So there, so you've got like a whole group of instruments. This is why I need an S series keyboard, because on the S series, the light guide matches the colours on here, where this coloured section, which is quite good. On the S series, the light guide, has a light for each key, and it matches these, so you know exactly. Because I, on my 32 key M32, I'm always having to guess which is where, like trying to find the red, the yellow, the green, because it doesn't always correspond to the same keys. So so that's a good reason as well when you're using, because like I said, there's a lot of them that have the split keys. So that is Cuba, India, which I quite like as well. It's just quite nice. Yeah, I mean, they are pretty cool sounds, actually. They are pretty cool. And then Middle East, which was it? Yeah, so there's a whole raft of different versions of a DAF, and then a Dyer, no idea, and a Derkuba. Right, so West Africa is pretty cool as well, actually. Right. Yeah, cool. Right, so that is Discovery. Play series. Now, in my last video, I did say that you got the whole play series, but that was actually not correct, because I forgot that Melted Vibes and Soul Sessions have been added. So you don't get them, and they don't get them in any of the Complete 13. So I'm assuming these will be added into Complete 14 whenever that's going to come out. So yeah, so just to correct myself. So, but you do get all the other ones, and to be honest, Melted Vibes and Soul Sessions are not really the best ones. So you get Analog Dreams, which I have had for a while. It was the first one I got, and it has both versions, 1 and 2. As you can see, you get Analog Dreams, Analog 2, 1 and 2. And then you get the new Butchvig drums, which is pretty cool. If you can see, this is yeah. So this is all lot of patterns there, and you can just trigger these and drag these into your DAW straight from there. And obviously you can tweak everything as usual. And then you've got your kits, so you can swap out different instruments in the pattern. So if you've got a machine, or I haven't actually tried it with my LX25. So yeah, so if you've got machine, then you can obviously control all these from machine. So yeah, so Butchvig was a drummer that produced a lot of music, and apparently is pretty good. So yeah, so you get a whole lot of presets and everything. Play around with that. So I'll probably do a video on that one, because it is a bit different from all the other because the other places are all very similar. You know, you have the Given Cloud Supply is one of the newest ones. And you have the usual kind of sound effects, effects sequencer and macros that you do on all the new ones. So, and then you can use the eight control knobs to alter the sounds. So yeah, so they're. So you can see there's Street Sweeper. Not sure. Doesn't sound like our Street Sweeper. Ooh, I like that one though. I'll just favourite that one. I'm here. Right, and then Ethereal Earth, which is pretty cool. That was one of the 3 original ones with Hybrid Keys and Analog Dreams. So yeah, so there's loads of kind of quite nice Wobbling Titans. I think it's one of the So yeah, so that's one of the original ones. It doesn't have all the extra bits up here. You can tell all they haven't updated this one to a kind of version 2. Oh, they have. Yeah, they have actually updated it to version 2. I was in the wrong preset. Right, let's have a look. Let's see what. Yeah. All right. So yeah, so I didn't even realize that. Right. Okay. Well, that's something I learned. It shows you how much I've spent time looking at this. Right. Okay. Let's have a look on this. Right. Oh, so they have. Yeah. Oh, cool. I wasn't sure if they'd actually done them all yet. Right. So depending on which preset you're in, it'll either be in version 1 or version 2. So yeah, so like that. Hybrid Keys, which I did a quick demo of. Yeah, so Hybrid Keys been around for a wee while now. And it's the same. It has version 1, version 2. So version 2 has the all the macros and sequencer. So yeah, and Lo-Fi Glow, which I have bought before, and I've done a video on that. So there's a full video. There's a full video on Analog Dreams and Lo-Fi Glow in my Native Instruments playlist, which I've had to create since I've got so much Native Instruments stuff. So you can have a look at that. It's pretty cool. And then Modular Icons, which I didn't really know much about this one actually, but I quite like it. It's a bit different, and this is a kind of version 2, which has the Stranger Things. That's quite nice. Why have I not favorited that one? Right. So yeah, so these are obviously, I'm in distorted, and these are obviously sequences. So yeah, so probably do a video on that as well, because there's I don't think there's many videos of that on YouTube. So that's your play series. There's a ton of synths. So there's Absinthe. Right, so Absinthe is quite, as you can tell by the look of it, it's quite an old one. Have I actually favourited any of this? No, I haven't. Alright, so there's Absinthe 4, Absinthe 5, Absinthe, alright, I mean, alright. Alright, oh, I've been vocal, that's why. Right, I thought I'd favourited a couple. Alright, so we've got all banks, yeah. That's kind of dark. Only. And I think, I'm not sure if the control knobs actually do anything. No, I'm not really sure they do. So there's different things up here. You've got patches, you've got effects, you've got LFOs, envelopes, waves, attributes, and then browser. So yeah. What's epic? Soundtrack split. Well, yeah, that's great, but where's the split on the keyboard? No idea. Right, so that's Absinthe. There's FM8, which has been around for a while, but it's actually quite. Oh God, load you bugger. Oh really? There we go. So yeah, so I'm in synth pads. Here's a surprise. Now this is a bit different. So you've got your browser, you've got your attributes, master, effects, and it's got quite a cool ARP, and then easy morph. So you've got an XY pad and then expert. So if we pick something that doesn't have an ARP, and it's quite cool. Right. So you just switch ARP on, and then it's got a random. So you can just click this, and it'll give you a random amount of. So you've got tie, you've got accent, note order, octaves. That probably wasn't the best preset. Right, anyway, quite like that one. Contour, yeah, so that's contour. Kind of quite nice. Rich. So that's a reactor plugin. We got the original Massive, which has been around for a while, and part of the free Komplete start. You get a version of Massive. So yeah, so that's Massive, and I'm in Lilac Glare. So a lot of the other expansions that come with Komplete 13 work in Massive, Massive X, and Kontakt. So you can see, so you got Chromatic Fire, it's got all these. Halcyon Sky, Deep Matter, Lilac Glare. So these are there's obviously some that come with it, but so you've got massive libraries there. So yeah, so you go into Lilac Glare and Matrix. So that's quite cool. So you got hundreds and hundreds of other presets. So I think there's actually more for Massive than there is for Massive X. There we go, Massive X. So you can see there's a bit of a difference to it. Oh, here we go. Right, so all banks. Oh, for God. Right, Are you right? So you've got massive 1, 1.1, 1.2, and then you've got Mechanics, Mobius, Pulse, Rush, and Scene, and Drive. So these are expansions that came with Complete 13. So obviously you get all this lot with it. So let's have a look at Drive. That is quite loud. Hang on, turn you down a bit. And the controls do work on my the 8 control knobs on the Complete keyboards do actually control these top 8 controls. So the PM cutoff. Oh, my keyboard's going to sleep. It keeps doing that. Yeah, so you've got cutoff, resolution, reverb, distortion, LFO rate, and level. So yeah, so there's going to be a pretty fun time going through all these presets. So yeah, so I'm not quite sure what all this bit is down here. These 1 to 12. I'm not sure what that is. To be honest, I'm not really sure what most of this is. It's all, there's a lot of routing. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one by the looks of it. Anyway, we will possibly get into that. Retro Machines 2, which I think I did as well in my overview. So so that's quite good. Let's have a look at some pads. And yeah, you've got your variations. There. So yeah, so let's have a look at that. Yeah, so Super 8 is quite cool, and the controls. So you have no idea what's actually. So the first knob controls the frequency and then the release. The third one controls the frequency envelope, and the fourth one adjusts FM. This one up here, the frequency modulator oscillated 2. The fifth one controls. All right, so the last 4 are the ADSR on the filter envelope, and so that is like random, absolutely random. So I don't know why they didn't actually control. Anyway, that is it's just because it's an old plugin. Anyway. It's quite nice. So yeah, so that is, and then Monarch, which again, I think you get as part of the Complete Start. And I've, oh, that is cool. Hang on, turn it down a bit. I've kind of shown Monarch on some of the other. Loudy, isn't it? Yeah, I do like Monarch. So yeah, that is Monarch, and I think is it come? Yeah, so you can use some of the. So for instance, we could use Indigo Dust in expansion in that as well. So that's quite good. Put the volume back up there. So that is the synths. I need to watch my time, so I'm at 30 minutes. So the Scarbee stuff is, you've got the A200. Which is okay. You've got the Mark 1, which is pretty much exactly the same. As you can see, there's not a lot to there's not a lot of presets. You've got the clavinet, which I said they're all. I'm not really a huge fan of the clavinet, I have to say. Yeah, and then the Rickenbacker bass, which is probably the best of the Scarbee ones. Hang on. And you can actually go in and footer about with the neck, the bridge, the amp, and the cabinet and the amp, and also the tape machine and the equalizer, which is actually quite. You could spend a while footering about with all that, and then it kind of just goes from what that is. C2. It's quite nice. I mean, I could see me kind of using that. So yes, so that's the Scarbees, and then this kind of random stuff form, which I'm quite sure what it actually is, but it looks cool. So it's kind of some form of synthesis. It's a reactor. Let's have a go at finding some evolving. So yeah, so I'm not quite sure what all this malarkey down here is. I don't know if it's kind of. So you can obviously change the speed, the yeah, and the curves. No. Oh, I see. Yeah. So you can change. So that's got all the curves. So you get the sine, and then sweeps. Oh, see, there's loads of them. Pitch curve. Yeah, I don't know. I need to have a look to see if I can find. I've no real idea about that one. Kinetic Metal is cool. So this is the only kind of cinematic one that I got with Komplete 13, and it is mental. I mean, wait till you. So I can't remember. Yeah, so the first knob controls this big cog here, and it kind of moves the metals and the waves, as well. So so I think that's forge, and then you've got motion as well, and then effects. No, this is, I think this is the, yes, this is so the second knob controls this effects thing, and I think you can kind of click on these and it moves the whole, you see these kind of plectrum shaped things are all moving about. I mean, what the hell's going on? So yeah, it's a bit, let's try and find another preset. I mean, to be honest, they are all going to be kind of metallic. I think the clues in the title. I mean, look at oh, that's actually quite nice. Right, let's try footering about with this. Hey, where's my effect? I mean, I have no idea what it's doing, but it's cool. So yeah, so that's good. And so Kinetic Treats was, I can't remember, I actually got it a while ago, I never really used it. It's a kind of freebie that came out, I think they but it's a mental interface as well. If you've never seen it, I mean, so so depending on what keys you play and what preset you're in, it moves different objects in the screen. I mean, just give this to a 5-year-old and it would be brilliant. Right, so drive wheel. So you can see that's kind of different. The other thing is, I don't think the little train does anything, which is a bit of a shame. That there's not smoke coming out of the train's funnel. Oh, it's changed to a glockenspiel. You can see I've really spent a lot of time going through these, haven't you? I've never used this before at all, but I do like it. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, who came up with this? I mean, you got to love Native Instruments, haven't you? Right, we're back to the train again. Right, so that's locomotion. So why is the train not doing anything? Right, I want to find it if there's anything other than the train and the right railroad chassis. Right, hang on, let's wind. Oh, there's the there's one of these kids record player things. It looks like a Henry Hoover. Oh, I'm going to have to go through all the presets now. Tinkly toy at the back of the train. Oh, you gotta love this 70s cartridge. Oh yeah, so that's the kind of. Anyway, fantastic. And then there's Kontakt, which it's the one thing I haven't actually downloaded the full, because the full Kontakt library that you get with Komplete 13 is, I think it's 23 gigabyte. So that's the last thing I've got to download. And I'll show you. I'll show you what's left on Native Access. I have downloaded a lot. I think I'm up to 200 gigabyte. So yeah, so you can see you've got different kind of banks, and like I said, there's going to be an absolute ton more by the time I've got 23 gigabyte. So Kontakt is really powerful, and this is the kind of full, I said the full version rather than the Kontakt kind of player that you get. And then Polyplex, right? So hang on, I'm at 40 minutes already, and I've still got this lot to go. I might have to split this video into two actually. So we'll maybe stop at Kontakt, and I'll start up again at Polyplex. because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to go, and some of these are pretty cool. So yeah, I think we'll call it a day on this video, and I'll start a new one. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week if you don't watch the other video.